Hello, my name is Rai, and welcome back to the channel. This is the third video going over the SimCG, and I hope that you're as excited about it as I am. So, before we get into the video, the obvious stuff that we need to go over first is if you want to see the most up-to-date information, make sure to go down in the description and check out my Instagram. You'll see all the newest cards and cards that haven't even gone over yet, so if you really want to see, then make sure to look into that. And otherwise, let's go ahead and get into the video. If you remember the hint from last video, if you watched last video, and if you didn't, make sure to check it out, then you know what card we're going over already. Drum roll, please. I guess that's the best we're gonna get. Bonebreaker. Bonebreaker is... well, let's take this one step at a time. Bonebreaker is a rank 1 with 50 attack, 45 block, and the ability Victory, deal damage directly. So, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys, this is a very important card for SimCG. It's one that, if you are interested at all in this game, you'll be hearing about a lot. Especially in the future. It's kind of the main card that other rank 1s compare themselves to see how good they are. It is a very good card. It has some of, if not the highest stats for rank 1, and in spite of how very simple it is, it's a very, very good card. So again, one step at a time. It is a rank 1. That's very important, because that means that it's probably the easiest card that you can, it's the highest rank card that you can easily summon. So, how summoning works is, I believe I've already gone over this, but a quick reminder is your turn is broken up into two phases, your main phase and your attack phase. Main phase is where you draw a card per turn, you summon all your stuff. It's the main phase that you do stuff in, and then the attack phase is the phase where you swing your monsters into the opponent. So, during the main phase, you can either base summon 2 cards or rank up. Base summoning is just taking a rank 0 from your hand and putting it down on the mantle. And ranking up is basically discarding one or more lower ranked cards from the mantle, so active ranks, lower ranked cards, to summon a higher ranked card. So the typical play would be to base summon, so put down a rank 0, and then rank up, so discard that rank 0 to summon a rank 1. And you can do all that within one turn, and you can easily do that as long as you have the right cards in your hand every single turn. And with Bonebreaker being one of the best rank 1s, that means that it's a very easy to summon card that is very powerful. So like I said, it has some of the highest stats for a rank 1, being 50 attack and 45 block. Those are really good stats for a rank 1. And the ability, Victory, deal damage directly, this is the first in a line of a handful of abilities that you'll see over time. Being things where it says some key word, and then right next to it is something in parentheses. So that keyword is basically just like a term or a specific word that is used to reference a specific game mechanic. And then the stuff in the parentheses is kind of just explaining in more detail what's going to happen with that game mechanic. It's explaining how that game mechanic is being used, I guess, is how you can look at it. So the best way that I think I can explain it is just by giving you an example. So let's start off with this card. And Victory is a type of ability that you'll be seeing pretty often, just to let you know. So Victory is basically just saying, when this card attacks another card and takes it out, so discards it, then whatever's in the parentheses happens then. So in this case, when Bonebreaker attacks another card and takes it out, then its ability, deal damage directly, activates, because that's what's in the parentheses. It's basically like saying victory is the condition for this ability to activate, and the stuff in the parentheses is what happens when those conditions are met. So you have a rank 1, the highest rank card that you can easily summon within one turn, with some of the best stats for a rank 1, and an ability that basically just says every time you take out something, it's as if you attack directly, because you're able to deal 2 damage directly, because it's a rank 1. How damage directly is calculated is the rank plus 1. So, is a rank 1 plus 1 is 2, so that's 2 damage. That's very powerful. Like, that is a very powerful offensive ability for a rank 1. And the fact that you have such good stats with this makes this a very good card. Now, is it admittedly very simple? Yes, it is very, very simple. I'm already running out of things to talk about with it. It doesn't have much else to say beyond what it does and why it's so good. But it is just such a very, very good card, to the point where you should not sleep on this card. You should be aware of it and be ready to deal with it. You should be ready to use it yourself. It is a very good card. And if you're opening packs in the future when Set 1 is finally released, then I'd definitely be hoping to pull some Bonebreaker. So, that's about all I have to say about the card, is that it's just very good, and just be ready to hear about it being referenced in the future. And I hope that you all have a blessed day, and fare thee well.